How's doing prior ceremonies like the cleansing that we do in drinking water helps with the problem as far as elimination and the lymph nodes.
Yes. Well, again, hydration is important to get hydration to the cell. And so, yes, when you're getting hydration, enough water, if it's going into the right places, then that helps your eliminations as well. It's going to help your bowels from becoming too dry and enable your body to remove the waste because one of the primary functions of water is that it's a solvent for your blood. So, therefore, it helps the digestion, helps your enzyme production. In order to make enzymes, digestive enzymes, you need water to make those enzymes. So all of those are influences in terms of the body's ability to remove the waste efficiently.
So it's a good idea to use a microcluster water that gets to the cells much quicker, faster, and more efficient. And, mhm.
Yes, well, that's something, Oleg, that you probably know more
Yeah,
about with what you do. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's just like the water that we use for the PIOH
Mm.
ceremony is ultra purified pH balanced water, and the some of the filters I use are ionic filters, so they help to help. It helps the molecules, the water molecules, in terms of how the body can pick them up in terms of efficiency, enables the body to pick those molecules up more efficiently than if it weren't ionized water.
How's your ceremony of I call it cleansing. You call it different. Uh, how would help people with lymphatic system problems?
Well, again, it comes back to what I was saying earlier. But one of the amazing things about the colon is in the manner in which we're utilizing the ceremony. And again, enemas go back thousands of years, but the water itself, because of the nature of the water and because of the attribute of the colon, and I talk about this in my book. The colon has this unique ability to balance hydration to the rest of the body to drainage responses. So, by maximizing those responses, we can enhance the body's ability to remove waste a lot more rapidly and much more volume. Because during an average ceremony, we're working with about 30 gallons of ultra purified pH balanced water. And so, because we are the kind of water, the volume of the water, the volume, the amount of the way that in which the techniques that I use, so forth, it enhances that overall drainage to hydration to drainage response.
Um, so the person with still backed up lymphatic system could definitely this ceremony would help with removal of a dead lymph and cleansing the system.
Without a doubt, this is something that you can greatly benefit from, especially when you're putting it together with an overall health regimen. In terms of your health related goals. And I have a whole range of people that seekers, I call them, people who are seeking solutions or answers to health related issues, or seeking better health in and of itself. Because what is good health? What is the definition of perfect health? There is no such thing as perfect health. And I've had people come in who are athletes who do take good care of themselves, thinking, well, I have good health and it's right here. This is where my definition was, Dirk. And then when I've come in and done some of these ceremonies, now my good health definition is here. So even at that, even people who consider themselves to having fairly close to perfect or good health, they find that they're able to you redefine that definition. And then all the other reasons that people come in, there's a whole range of reasons. But again, if you have a colon, there's the discriminating variable. Then it does not hurt for you to at least come in and try and work with the ceremony, because it will do nothing but aid and benefit yourself and your in terms of what you're trying to do in your health related goals.
Just for a short notice, how long you been using doing ozone ceremony, and
Polyatomic oxygen mixture. And what that means is um, three or more unattached atoms of oxygen, and I've been doing that for 20 years now. I first, and it's in my book. It's all in my book. But I first learned from Dr. William Turska, who is considered the father of oxygen therapies here in North America. I've been to a number of symposiums over the years by doctors and specialists, and basically I also am AB course certified. I went to Germany and went through the AB course certification. The Germans, out of everybody around the world, have been using ozone the longest for health-related issues since about World War One. They used it, but it's used worldwide in various ways. But the way we use it here in ceremony, is we're taking again polyatomic oxygen or pure oxygen. We bubble it into the water. We create again very ionizing, energetic compound called polyatomic oxygen mixture, and it's just like the other day somebody was telling me, well, Dirk, all of this is so unnatural, and even though enemas go back thousands of years, the amount of water that I'm using, the kind of water that I'm using, the kind of oxygen, and when you look at what our bodies are having to deal with on a daily basis, even though people that do take good care of themselves, like get stuck in rush hour traffic for an hour or two, breathe in carbon monoxide, or we're getting hit with 50 tons of mercury fallout a year from China and Indonesia and Singapore, and on it goes. And I talk about this in my book as well. But the fact is that our health challenges are much greater now than they ever have been before in known history. And because of that, we need something that's going to deal with all these unnatural substances. Yeah. And this is where the medicine man component comes in, because we're using supernatural. Right. We're using supernatural to counteract the unnatural. Yeah. And that's what the ceremony is about.
Wow. And how many people you've helped just within 10 years, for example?
Well, you worked on overall, I've probably done a minimum of 40,000 of these by now. I mean, I can't. I've lost count actually, yeah. But I've just been doing. I'm in my 35th year of working with this. I learn something new every day. It never stops, and it's in my. I talk about this in my book. No two colons are alike, and everybody has issues going on, and. So what I try to do as a medicine man is try to help a person find balance, a healthy balance, because a lot of people are out of balance and spiraling in a not very good direction. So what we're trying to do is give your doctor, and basically the Native American definition of medicine is about balance, north, south, east, west. Give your doctor, the only real doctor you've got is Dr. You. So that being said, I try to assist the doctors that come in to see me every day, such as Dr. Oleg, yes. For example.
Yeah. And in my case, adding to the chemical attack that I get, first of all, I work at the place where we develop photos, and I breathe in all the chemicals from the machine for the last 10, 15 years. And on top of that, people live in the airport area. They breathe all the airport fuel, or who else would who knows what else there sprays
yes.
dumping over there.
Yes.
On top of that, we have a chemtrails with planes just flying and dropping chemicals on top of us. So we always get exposed to chemicals, and that's what we become toxic, and that's what disrupts the immune system. And so to eliminate all that toxic and heavy metals from my bodies, I mean, even though I'm drinking water and I'm trying to stay healthy, we still need this ceremony to eliminate toxins that's not coming out, and it's
and if you look at the traditions that go back thousands of years, every culture practiced some form of cleansing and some form of enema. Just like in my book, I show a Mayan ritual enema scene. But the New World, they used enemas. The Old World, the Essenes, the Egyptians, The French doctor, 14th through the 16th century, did enemas for liver cleansing. So traditionally, they would do at least a cleanse quarterly because of change of season, change of diet. So in other words, that goes back thousands of years. All we're doing, fast forward it to the 21st century, we have a lot of challenges for our bodies that we're dealing with on a daily basis, and so basically this is one of those ways in which you can help the body help itself.
Thank you.
Thank you.